でもごめんなさい。先生、あなたにはついていけません。本気の本気です。コードネーム花園。先狂う時間です。
毒ガス。
ご心配なく。ただの麻痺毒ですよ。死にはしません。
バカだ。お前も。
この毒、私聞きます。
Spy Classroom. I like it, and I'm going to watch it weekly right here on the channel. Why did I start off the video like that? Well, the specific reason behind it is a little complicated, and it's because I kind of didn't like the first episode. Now, don't click off yet. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I think it's actually going to be excellent. But I do kind of have a problem with the first episode. And let me just say this, and I'll try and say it very quickly. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit subscribe, hit like. I promise I'm a kooky guy, but you'll like me. If you've been around for a while, then you know that I am, especially when it comes to brand new seasons of anime, I am huge, and I mean huge, on episode 1s. I know most people in the anime community have that 3-episode anime rule, right? They have the rule that they watch 3 episodes of an anime and they really determine if they're going to continue with it or not. The reality, though, is we only make up, when I say we, I mean the bigger anime community, we only make up like not even half of the people that watch anime. There is a bunch of people who are casuals who just casually watch anime. And the deeper you put an anime, like on High Dive or on a platform that isn't Crunchyroll, to be honest, the further, or Netflix, the further you get away from its viewership. So for me, episode 1 is extremely important, not for the anime community, but for everybody else who is more casually watching anime, who may watch an episode for the first time. If I'm a person, and I think any normal person would say this, that if they go in and they watch one episode, they watch 23, they give it 23 minutes of their time, and that episode doesn't come out and just like grab your attention and say like, watch me, there is a strong chance that that person doesn't tune in for an episode 2 or 3, etc., especially if the episode 2 or 3, whatever, isn't available right then and there, which is what anime is, right? It's not available right then and there. We watch it on a weekly cadence, which means we tune in every Tuesday, every Friday, every Thursday to watch a specific anime. So episode 1 needs to be killer. I don't think that that was here for Spy Classroom, and that's a little concerning because I think it's going to be excellent. And the reason I think that is I think that this episode was complete setup. But the problem that anime has too is and so much anime is created with the idea of there is a huge community of people that know what it is, right? So, like, if I'm the creator of Spy Classroom, and let's say the manga is fire, it's sold billions of copies or whatever, I'm creating this anime thinking that all those people who read it are going to come watch it, and that's not always the case. There's so many people, including myself, that I didn't read shit. Now I'm here for the first time, so you need to make an impression on me. I know I'm ranting a little bit, but the thing is I think this was an excellent episode for setup, right? We got to meet, we got the premise of the show. We basically got the fact that, hey, the world's been ravaged by war, and now the war has been turned up on side of its head, and it's no longer around people who could point guns at each other and run. It's about, being able to do warfare silently through information. Hence, there is a world where each state, each country, each body of people have representation in form of spies who are constantly doing battle in the shadows, not disrupting the public for the most part. And I think that is incredibly interesting, right? Then the story follows our main character. Well, I don't even know if our main character is Lily, but it follows these girls who are all, going through spy training in different, academies throughout the land. And it essentially brought in all of these people who are failures into one for an impossible mission with a dude who is quote unquote the best spy in the world. We don't know if that's self-proclaimed. We don't know if that's in the nation, but this dude is a it's a very notable spy And he's given an impossible mission, an impossible task, and he gathers all these girls from different academies who are basically going to fail out potentially anyways to do an impossible mission. And now his job is, in 1 month's time, get all of these girls prepared to go and take on some impossible task by the state. And I keep saying state because that's usually, you talk about state affairs and stuff. I don't mean like, Colorado, California. I mean like, a state affair, like the region, the country, the map, whatever part they represent. Now they have this team called Team Lamplight, They have this team called Team Lamplight. Klaus, which is this, self-proclaimed greatest spy of all time, he's the leader. And then through some events, Lily ends up being the team leader, right? And I think at the last half of the episode was really, really good. The first part, a little bit boring. Again, a lot of setup. But I do really love how, Lily has a really strong emotion as a character. She's introduced to us as the first character we have immediate ties into. She has a lot of potential, a lot of vigor, and a lot of eagerness to go and be great. So because she sees herself in a situation to where, like, I'm going to die by this dude, she tries to take on him herself, and she poisons him. He pulls an Uno reverse card. I love the Uno reverse card that he pulls out. He saw days ahead of what she was gonna do. It was crazy. We find out that she has poison immunity. That's incredible. I thought that was freaking dope AF. She basically lived a town or like a little town getting attacked by scientific poison gas. And she lived because she has gas immunity or like poison immunity, which is like, that's an incredible thing to have especially for a spy. And she ends up, basically earning herself the spot as a team leader. They pull the team together. He resets kind of expectations because he's been kind of a crappy teacher so far. He doesn't really know how to teach. He knows how to do, doesn't know how to teach. Not everybody who does can teach. And now we kind of start the story of we have now reset expectations, and we are now going to, kind of start the story. And I think that this is going to be really good. Like I said, the first half of the episode I was watching, I was like, I don't know about this one. Like, is this something I dedicate my time to? The last half of the episode was like, this is something I dedicate my time to because it's going to reward me. And I know this is going to be really excellent. I would say if I had to put a score on it, 7 out of 10 as far as the episode. I think it was just a good episode. It was fine. It was serviceable. But I think we're going to get some 9s and 10 out of 10 episodes. I think this is going to be a fire anime. And I can see the writing on the wall. I can see the potential. And I know it's here. And I am excited to jump into Spy Classroom all season long with you guys. But I did want to be honest up front because that's what I'm here to do, is to give my honest opinion of, I don't think they put their best foot forward, but I think that they will, and I think episode 2 and 3 and beyond are going to be fantastic now that we have some bones and structure set up. It's just kind of rough when they try and do the bones and structure right out the gate. All right. I think that's all I have for you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about Spy Classroom. Tell me I'm an idiot down in the comments below, and tell me you don't agree and why Spy Classroom is the greatest ever. Or you might not even like it, or you might not have any familiarity with it either. If that's the case, let me know that in the comments. What impression did this leave on you? And for those who are familiar with the source material, what impression did this episode 1 leave on you by this now being adapted? All right, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.